This month, I've made $1,000 on Twitter. $1,000. And I know there's people out there stealing content like Ian Miles Chong, making a lot more. But I'm making $1,000 off of Miles Morales tweets. Shit I would do for free. That, for one, is America. That is capitalism. It's fucking hilarious. And you can do it too. You can do it too. You can do Miles Morales tweets. Because they're like engagement gold. They're engagement crack.
Now, if you already dislike these anti-woke grifters and want to know how to fight them, there is something easy you can do right now. I know it sounds self-serving, but liking this video, commenting, and subscribing to this channel do help take algorithm space away from these grifters. So we're going to cover Nerdrotic's coverage of Doctor Who. So I've noticed the chuds have been going nuts about Doctor Who, and I know it just premiered. I have not seen the premiere episodes yet either. But the Nerdrotic video came out before that premiere came out, so it's safe to assume he hasn't seen it either. That being said, like, I love Ncuti Gatwa in the Christmas special. He did a really good job in that. I thought the companion seemed like she had an interesting story behind her, so I'm interested behind that. I know a lot of the chuds are going after Jinx Monsoon, who, let me look up. I don't know anything about Jinx Monsoon. I'm just diving in. I'm assuming they're a drag performer. But I don't know. Whoa. I thought I was clicking on a Wikipedia here. No, this is like their main page. Okay, let me see if I can get more general info. All right, so Jinx Monsoon, best known under the stage... Hera Hoffer, best known under the stage name Jinx Monsoon, is an American drag queen, actress, singer. Okay, so she goes by she, her, I assume, based on this. Pursued a career in music, releasing 2 studio albums, won the 5th season of RuPaul's Drag Race. All right, Hoffer is very outspoken on her Instagram and Twitter about former President U.S. President Donald Trump and LGBT equality. She is a Democratic Party supporter and donated to both Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders campaigns. Bernie Sanders, fucking based. Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth. Like, I have my issues with Elizabeth Warren. Fucking, oh my God, she would be so much better than Joe Biden. I'm not even kidding. She is a public supporter of trans rights and frequently makes social media posts advocating for trans people. Awesome. Now, I also know she called out the chuds recently. Hold on. So there's lots of reasons why they are bashing Jinx Monsoon outside the general, let's make fun of a drag queen stuff that they will do because, frankly, conservatives just act fucking weird about this shit. It's just fucking weird. It's like, okay, yeah, she's a drag queen, so okay, well, this is something I didn't know, because I was actually kind of assuming she was the new master, because she's supposed to be like the Mastero or something like that. Yeah, Doctor Who kicked out the 14th season with a bang, and between the Space Babies and the Beatles that only sort of resemble the real life band, viewers met a truly fantastic villain. Jinx Monsoon's Mastero made their debut, and despite my suspicion that they'd be playing the Master in disguise, I was wrong. I asked Monsoon about her reaction to the speculation Mastero was the iconic villain, and got her honest response on the theories. This isn't quite what I thought. So maybe Missy will come back as a Master at some point. What the hell? So here's a thumbnail with fucking Dave Bautista in drag. What is the fuck with this fetishy shit that they do? So fucking weird. Anyways, we'll dive into this video. Hold on. Here. And fucking classy ass thumbnail too. The fucking doctor in a clown outfit. The first black doctor in a fucking clown outfit. Doctor Who attacks fans in unmitigated disaster. Jesus Christ. Yes. Guys, when you just force a black person into a clown outfit like this, especially on a channel like this, that's fucking racism. Context fucking matters.
Great news for anyone worried about the future of the planet. After a period of invisibility, Doctor Who is back.
For years, Doctor Who would materialise from his trusty TARDIS before doing battle with a host of adversaries, including the Cybermen, the Master, and of course the Daleks. There's not much doubt that Doctor Who could still save the planet. But can he save the BBC on Saturday night?
It was a tribute to the success of Doctor Who, which was revived in 2005 and has won more MTAs than any other drama.
Doctor Who!
Go, now, go find Vikings on other planets.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cherry pick probably some scenes and some statistics to make it look bad, even though, as far as I can tell, the overwhelming reaction to the new Doctor Who is really positive. We're just going to cherry pick data because we need to push a narrative, because that narrative is outrage, and then we can make a lot of money on that outrage on clicks. And that's Nerdrotic. That's his bag. Why is it not going full screen? What the hell is it doing? Okay, we'll roll with it.
The universe is full of testosterone. Trust me, it's unbearable.
How would I know the president? I mean, I wouldn't have even voted for him. He's orange.
Do as she says. Is the future going to be all girl? We can only hope.
Sexism isn't dead. What's happened?
No, sexism is very much alive and kicking. It doesn't come as that much of a shock to a lot of us, I have to say. But it is Doctor Who that has caused the controversy this time around.
I've had an upgrade. Hi.
What are you again?
I'm your niece's wife, so...
I like that. See, we're cherry picking stuff. We're taking stuff out of context. This is classy Gary right here. He's what a great fucking YouTuber, guys. Amazing.
Exactly.
Hi. I just came in to check everything was all right before we opened.
Who the hell is this?
I'm Nadia.
You're fired. Get out.
You're that bloke.
You're fired. Get out of here. I'm a businessman and I know how to run things.
I've heard you're only running because you've hated Trump for decades.
Please don't mention that name.
Yeah, it's definitely Hall of the Mountain Kings. It's a sped up weird version, but yeah. Is this gonna be most of the video? Like, because we haven't technically made a point. We're just trying to make Doctor Who look bad by cherry picking statistics and scenes and putting them out of context, which is like Gary's usual thing. I mean, if you haven't seen the Pillar of Garbage video on it, he does a great job breaking down how they made that Echo fight scene look bad. Essentially showing how the classic fight scene in the first season of Daredevil, that one shot, can be made look just as bad using the exact same tricks. It's all manipulative editing, and it's kind of dependent on his viewers not actually even fucking watching this stuff. That's the thing. Like, the people who watch Nerdrotic Doctor Who stuff are people who don't watch Doctor Who. They're people who maybe like they watched it like 10 years ago and then life distracted them so they didn't keep up. And then they're like, oh, maybe it was because it got woke. And then Gary can just fill their heads with bullshit. Or people who never really watched it and are just engaging with this culture war garbage. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And actually, I'll be going over it on a video essay that I'm going to be releasing on Saturday. But yeah, this is he hasn't even made a fucking point. It's all just cherry picking at this point.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
I like how they treat that like that's a cringe scene. Like, how dare the doctor be considerate towards someone's pronouns? And yeah, they like to go after the trans actress who was in this show. And fun fact, I bet you if they didn't make a big deal about this being a trans actress and they just introduced her as an actress, they probably won't fucking know because she is quite lovely.
Nerdrotic.com.
You really got him with that one. Him dancing on the dance floor, looking a bit goofy. Guys, god damn. The doctor has a history of looking fucking goofy. A lot fucking goofier than he looked there. And how dare he dance and have fun? My god. Holy shit.
Oh, Doctor Who, every time I think I'm out, they keep pulling me back in. There needs to be a new mantra with modern entertainment. Things can always get worse. Now, if it wasn't enough of a hint for the BBC and now Disney with the first female doctor played by Jodie Whittaker era, which started out to record ratings that eventually fell off a cliff. Of course, it was a critical darling, but it was cancer for the fandom. The audience scores, including one that hit 0%.
Wow. I wonder if that was review bombed. Just wondering.
I'm not going to let that go, hit rock bottom, leading to the show almost getting canceled. Then there was a ray of hope. Original architect of the Doctor Who comeback, essentially the George Lucas of New Who, Russell T Davies, was coming back, and he was bringing fan favorite 10th Doctor David Tennant and Catherine Tate with him. And after 2 years of build-up and hype, it was immediately flushed down the toilet. And when the specials premiered, we saw fan favorite David Tennant as the 14th Doctor get corrected on his pronouns.
Yes, the meat. I promise I can help him get home and then you'll never see me again.
It wasn't he was corrected. It was that she just brought up that, hey, maybe you're assuming pronouns. And he was just like, oh, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't assume pronouns. What pronouns would you prefer? That was fucking it. You're describing the scene disingenuously, you fuck. Which I guess that's what you do, Gary. But fucking hell.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
I don't remember asking you a damn thing.
Get turned
completely disingenuously. Like she just brings that up and he's like, you're right. Hey, what are your pronouns? Just like that. And it was like a 2-second scene. And it was just like the scene in fucking Star Trek Discovery where Adira is like, I prefer they, them. And Stamets goes, all right. Because, he was calling her she, her. And they were like, I prefer they, them. And he went like, okay. They, them it is. And that was it. And these guys blow up over this shit. And it's like, my God, they're fucking pronouns. Just grow up. Like, you fucking snowflake. I cannot.
Gay and get emasculated by fan favorite Donna and her daughter.
Yes, we know. We know everything. And you know nothing. It's a shame you're not a woman anymore. She'd have understood.
We've got all that power, but there is a way to get rid of it. Something a male-presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Now, real quick, I will go ahead and say that was a little weird when they did that. Because literally, like, this was his first adventure as David Tennant. He was just Jodie Whittaker, and for them to say that, I was kind of like, he was just a she. It wasn't that long ago. It felt a little wonky. So I will give you, like, a 1/4 point on that critique. The pronoun thing, you're fucking overreacting. It's fucking stupid. But like this, I'm like, okay, maybe you have a slight point. And of course, whenever they have a slight point, they will drive it into the fucking ground. God damn.
And in a shocking turn of events, what should have been a huge hit for the BBC and D+ turned into a massive disappointment and a fart in the wind. It probably didn't help that they didn't get rid of the show-destroying Timeless Children record.
I like how you just said it was destroyed and cite nothing, Gary. I literally have nothing to debunk because you've presented no evidence and made no case. You've just said, it was a wreck. And it's like, okay, I could just turn around and say, no, it wasn't. because you've given me nothing to debunk. You've not given me facts. You've not given me data. You've not given me sources. You've just said, oh, it was a disaster. Based on what? All I can say is it was a massive success. And I'm basing that on the same data you're basing the fact that it's a disaster on. Just saying.
Con, and they ended the specials with a bi-generation. And at that point, it was unsurprising that Shooty...
Yeah, so it's awesome. So now we got Shooty Got was the main doctor, and then we can have David Tennant guest star whenever they want to do an event or something like that. That's fucking awesome. So we still have a David Tennant doctor out there just like living a normal life, and he can jump in and help whenever you help. You literally have 2 concurrent doctors happening in this timeline. That's something that's never happened before. I mean, we've had like time travel situations where doctors meet each other, but never have we had just 2 doctors coexisting. It's a different thing, and they can explore that now. And yeah, it's kind of set up to kind of they kind of ended the 14th Doctor's story, but it's clearly set up so he can come back. It's awesome.
He got was first solo Christmas special, was the second lowest of all time and the second lowest debut of a doctor of all time since the former.
Moffat's comments come after Shooty Got was first standalone efforts. The Christmas special on Ruby Road was one of the least watched debuts for a new doctor in the history of the show. They only saw 4.7 million tune in to the episode. Oh, for fuck's sake, Gary. He's citing that Park Place. He's citing John F. fucking Trent. Are we serious with this shit? Holy crap. Okay. We are going to dive into that Park Place article here. This is a garbage source, by the way. Let's see. All right. So to give you an idea, here's one of the articles we got. So, Shooty Got was Doctor Who's Christmas Day special ratings are second worst debut in history. Viewers abandon the show's degeneracy? The Christmas special and its degeneracy. The episode about goblins stealing babies, and the doctor had to save the babies from the goblins. And that's degeneracy. I mean, what the fuck? Oh my God. Like, John F. Trent can go fuck himself. I'm sorry. John F. fucking Trent. Fuck John F. Trent. If you ever see him cite as a source, just know that source is bullshit. In case you're wondering, John F. Trent, we did a video on him for Show Clips Initiative. So he is the dude. He used to do Bounding into Comics. Then Bounding into Comics was bought around Thanksgiving, and now he's doing that Park Place. BBC reports the Doctor Who special, The Church on Ruby Road, only saw 4.7 million. This is just marginally better than the 60th anniversary special that Shaw got take over as the role in The Giggle. That episode had a viewership of 4.6 million. The other previous 2 60th anniversary specials featuring David Tennant had 4.5 million and 4.8. It sounds like it's in line with the other ones recently. Peter Capaldi's debut had 9.7. Okay, just FYI. So when we go back to Capaldi, Matt Smith, David Tennant, these are Doctor Who when it was at its peak. It was a much more popular show. There will be wanes. Now, fucking hell. Now he's comparing it to Sylvester McGann and Sylvester McCoy. Okay, so Sylvester McCoy had 5.1 million. That was a low point for Doctor Who. He's comparing it to when it was on fucking broadcast TV. You know what? I'm getting out of that Park Place. I'm just gonna look up the actual fucking numbers. Okay, so here's interesting. So here's a website. Doctor Who's viewing figures for last year are in. The official viewing figures for Doctor Who's 2023 specials show a strong start to the new era. The extent of time shifting over 28 days. So this is 28 days. How many views these episodes have gone after 28 days? So the first special got 8.36 million. The second special got 8.3 million. The final special got 7.9 million. And then the Christmas special, the Christmas special came in at 8 million. So those are much firmer numbers. Those are the numbers kind of covering, because I bet you those numbers are like over like the first 2 days or something like that Gary's talking about. And now we're talking about the people who've actually, planned to watch it, but just didn't get around to it till later and shit like that. Good fun. I'm glad we got that corrected. So the numbers are actually quite good.
First Doctor William Hartnell in 1963.
I'm the Doctor.
Nope. Remember when the first female Doctor played by
what?
Jodie Whittaker alien in 1963?
Yes, I know about
It was unsurprising that Ncuti Gatwa's first solo Christmas special was the second lowest of all time and the second lowest debut of a Doctor of all time since the former first Doctor William Hartnell in...
Oh, so since the pilot episode. Okay, but we actually saw the viewing numbers were actually quite a bit higher than what you were saying. So the total viewing numbers are a much more accurate look at the viewing numbers. He doubled Hartnell. Just saying.
Doctor of all time since the former first Doctor William Hartnell in 1963.
I'm the Doctor.
Nope. Remember when the first female Doctor played by Jodie Whittaker...
Listen, I want it noted. I've heard lots of bad things about the Timeless Child, and maybe they'll retcon it away, or maybe they'll just ignore it. I think it's important, number one, to understand long-running series, especially something like Doctor Who, runs on retcons. The entire fact that regeneration is a thing is a retcon, and that's the only reason why Doctor Who survived past 3 years. Retcons are a core piece of Doctor Who, and criticizing it for having a retcon is insanely dumb and dishonest, and Gary fucking knows that. I mean, he has fucking a ton of Doctor Who toys and TARDISes behind him, so he better fucking know that. And I think it's also worth noting how these guys seem really offended. So forever, Doctor Who was played by a white guy. William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, even John Hurt somewhere in the middle, and then David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, all white dudes, all have something very much in common, all white dudes. And Doctor Who didn't really get a huge backlash for any of those, really, even though there's plenty of bad episodes in those runs. I think Colin Baker's my least favorite Doctor, but I feel sorry for him because I think the actor really tried. He just was saddled with some really shit episodes. It's one of those things where it's like I no disrespect to Colin Baker at all. He gave it his all. And I think there are moments that he does a genuine, like there's lots of time. In fact, I'll just say, I think Colin Baker's performance is overall very good. Just, and his costume's really bad too. Okay, so all that out of the way. Doctor Who has had plenty of bad episodes. Plenty of them. Plenty of bad retcons too. I find it interesting that all these guys are really offended by it. And the only thing that seems to be different, all the stuff was great and now it sucks, is because the Doctor was a woman and now it's a black man. It's kind of fucking showing. Like, you guys are looking like bigots. I'm just saying.
Alienated the audience before the show even debuted by saying this: very often we're only seeing stories being told through the white male gaze. That's what Doctor Who always celebrated. Well,
that is just a fact, Gary. That is an absolute fucking fact. Why are you offended? If you're offended by that, then look in a mirror. Like, they're just saying facts right there.
Russell T Davies is going to do one better as he launches his Whoniverse.
Russell's vision was to come back not just to make Doctor Who the television show, but to actually develop the Whoniverse. He felt that there was a massive load of Doctor Who viewers who had not yet been exposed to Doctor Who. You could be someone who's not really even heard of it, or maybe you've heard of it and thought it wasn't for you.
I mean, that's something he was kind of doing with his original run, because if you remember, he did during his run. That's when that launched at least launched the Torchwood characters, and we also had Sarah Jane Adventures during that time. Yeah, that was during his run. Yeah, Sarah Jane Adventures and Torchwood. So he had a couple of spin-offs. So he was kind of doing the whole franchise thing back when he did the original relaunch. I never did see Sarah Jane's Adventures. Man, Torchwood is so spotty in quality, it's ridiculous. Like, it's like I want to say it's like season 3. I think it's the one that Peter Capaldi's even in. I think like that season was fucking fantastic, and then season 4 was a really cool concept, but and then 1 and 2 were just kind of there. Yeah, mixed feelings on Torchwood, but I love Doctor Who.
You're an idiot.
Which he said was inspired by Disney Marvel and Disney Star Wars in all the wrong ways, because he's going to own the chuds and lose more money than you can possibly imagine. Because
okay, number one, you have yet to cite any reliable sources about him losing money, and number 2, owning the chuds. Fucking based, Russell T Davies. Own those fucking chuds. Fuck them. Gary, you feeling called out? Because you fucking should, you chud.
Shooty Gatwa and Russell T Davies have been on the interview circuit the last couple of days, and not that it's going to be that hard. They really want to make sure no one watches their show.
I'm just so not going to get this. I've spent like the last money in my bank account to get to this audition. I'm actually quite angry at this point, and started taking the mick and started twerking, and that booked me the job. So
before we get started,
what does that line have to do with anything? The fuck, Gary? Just dropping random shit in your videos? Good fun.
Let's not bury the lead. Doctor Who is dead, and it has been for a while, and what
if it's dead, why are you talking about it, Gary? You've made it absolutely clear on this platform. Hell, you just had that. You know what? Fuck it. We're talking about Gary. We're playing that clip. This clip cannot get enough play right now. I want you guys to understand who Gary exactly is. He has one goal in making videos. Absolutely one goal. And one goal when he makes tweets.
This month, I've made $1,000 on Twitter. $1,000. And I know there's people out there stealing content like Ian Miles Chong, making a lot more. But I'm making $1,000 off of Miles Morales tweets. Shit I would do for free. That,
no, he wouldn't.
For one, is America.
No, he wouldn't.
That is capitalism. And it's fucking hilarious. And you can do it too. You can do it too. You can do Miles Morales tweets, because they're like engagement gold. They're engagement crack.
I think it's wild considering his past that he would equate it to drug dealing.
They're engagement crack. And you can make a couple bucks. Hey, you can make $15. That buys you a lunch somewhere. Not at McDonald's, not in California, but somewhere.
So yeah, anytime he does stuff strictly for money, guys, strictly. So here's the thing. He might actually be a huge fan of Shooty Gatwa's Doctor Who. But you know what? Being a fan of Shooty Gatwa's Doctor Who doesn't get you the outrage clicks. So instead, we got to go for the racist angle and get the outrage clicks. That's how he rolls. No, I know. He is literally a former meth dealer. I know that. I know. I know I've seen his mugshot. So yeah, he was a baby when he got busted. But the fact is, and he brought up drug dealing literally right there. And what he literally is telling me is that if it wasn't illegal, he would just do that, because obviously, for his perspective, as long as it makes money, it's good. As long as he can make money from it, it's good. That is what I'm getting from him. So he will, like, even if he loves Shooty Got Was Doctor Who and loves watching it, thinks it's the best Doctor ever, he will come on here and speak shit on it because that will make him money. He's such a dishonest fuck.
Whatever hopes people had were completely dashed with the 60th anniversary in the Christmas special. So I'll ask you, dear viewer, put your little Doctor Who showrunner hat on and consider this question, knowing that your Disney partnership and comeback was not well received. Would you A, still try to be as...
The specials were largely well received. I enjoyed them. Listen, man, there are chuds who dislike those specials, but in general, the online community thought they were pretty fucking good. It's not the best Doctor Who stuff I've ever seen, but there's good stuff. I think that the middle one was underrated because I love the middle one just being this weird fucking mystery on this ship. I thought that was great. I thought Shooty Got Was introduction was great. I thought Neil Patrick Harris as the toy maker was kind of hilarious, but also kind of scary. Like, there's a lot of good stuff in those specials. In general, what I've seen is that people enjoyed them, and I enjoyed them. And frankly, at the end of the day, when I'm just talking about my opinion, me enjoying them's kind of it. Gary, do you want to bring up, like, I don't even know what you'd bring up as, like, facts that it failed, because, like, the only facts you've brought up so far are viewership figures that I've already fucking debunked. So what are you bringing in here?
as respectful as possible to the old fandom and any potential new...
Wild Blue Yonder, that's what I was talking about. That was fucking wild. I love when Doctor Who just does a weird, almost semi-horror mystery thing. That is so fucking cool.
New fandom in that modern audience, or B, talk about how gay your show is and how much you're going to push the alphabet agenda on the brand new...
Okay, so I haven't seen the special yet, or the new episodes yet. I know the Christmas special didn't fucking do that. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to lay down fucking money right now that Gary's just fucking lying. Wait, he hasn't seen... This is before the episodes even came out, so he's just as caught up as me. So he's just seen the Christmas special too, which didn't fucking do that. Why you lying, Gary? Oh, that's right, for fucking money. That's right. Thank you. Yes, for money.
New platform you're so proud to be a part of, Disney Plus, so you can specifically market it to small children, and if the old fans don't like it, they can touch grass and you could possibly call them a racial slur out the door. If you chose B, my friends, you are a connoisseur of modern entertainment promotion. So a lot of this, not all, will be presented without comment because I don't need to. Hey, let's start with what got RIP Doctor Who trending just a few days ago, and this...
I like that. Number one, RIP Doctor Who trending is probably his specific Twitter trend, but whatever. But I like how he's saying he's doing it with no comment, and then he's just yakking through this. It's like, those are comments, Gary.
This turns out to be the most harmless one. This is from one of multiple interviews and...
I know, Paul. Listen, I do not endorse violence against anybody, but Gary really... He's a piece of shit, and he knows it. He fucking knows it.
Photo shoots with Shooty Gatwa and...
I do not encourage violence against him at all. I want to make that absolutely clear. If you see Gary on the street, do not punch him. But you know what? You know what you can do? Look him dead in the fucking eyes and be like, hey, Gary, why you a piece of shit?
Quite frankly, this is the one he looks the most butch in. That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the Doctor to have a big...
Yes, the Doctor. Famously, a very butch figure. What the fuck are you talking about, Gary? Are you fucking serious right now? The Doctor has never, ever been butch. For fuck's sake, dude. Jesus.
Fierce dance routine like destroys a monster with twerking, or some death drops, and that's what will drop the monster. Because twerking has worked out so well for D+ in the past. What made this...
I do like how you guys got so fucking triggered over twerking in a mid-credit scene in a comedy show. And I guarantee you, if Deadpool if that scene take She-Hulk out of that scene and put Deadpool in it, and these judges would be talking about how it's the funniest scene ever. Oh, Deadpool twerking, it's hilarious. But all of a sudden it's She-Hulk. All of a sudden, oh, that's awful.
Extra hilarious was Billy Piper's baby daddy, Lawrence Fox, chiming in. Looking forward to seeing these viewing figures. Hashtag RIP Doctor Who. But it gets
Billy Piper's baby daddy. So that sounds like her ex-boyfriend, who's got a blue check mark, so probably a chud, but I don't know. Out of curiosity, yeah, he's, I don't even, no, I'm not even going to look it up. So, Billy Piper's ex-boyfriend, hashtag RIP Doctor Who. Okay, he's a fucking ex.
looking forward to seeing these viewing figures. Hashtag RIP Doctor Who. But it gets so much worse, and these are all from the quotes that Variety and Doctor Who were so proud of that they plastered them all over Twitter. But in all seriousness, we know a lot about this new Doctor Who, especially after watching the specials. It's going to be very gay, and it's going to have diversity.
How is it gay? What? Just because he did that dance in the club, is that gay? Oh my God.
And inclusion. Ncuti Gatwa on his...
I think more franchises should have diversity and inclusion. X-Men and Star Trek are franchises built around diversity and inclusion, and they're all the better for it. More, please.
Historic casting in Doctor Who. The show is about regeneration, and the Doctor is an alien. Why would you only choose to be one sort of person? That's a really good point. I've never had an issue of what color the Doctor was, as long as he was a dude, and I don't give a shit what people do in their personal...
Why does it have to be a dude, Gary? Why? That's a weird, specific thing to put on there. As long as it's a dude. Why does it have to be a dude? And now, it is a dude, but it's a black dude. And now you're screaming, you're offended that he is gay, apparently. Although, yeah, the Doctor really doesn't hook up with really anybody. So an argument can be made the Doctor's pretty asexual.
Life. But I do have to point out that the last two Doctors have been gay. And according to showrunner...
Have they now? Have they now? You know what? I don't fucking care. I really fucking don't. Throughout most of the history, as I've said, the Doctor's been pretty fucking asexual. I mean, he's had some beautiful fucking companions. But, there is never even a hint that there's been any, playing around or anything. Martha loved the 10th Doctor. She loved him. Martha's a great character who was underserved, but great character, great actress, beautiful actress. And yeah, no, David Tennant was not, or David Tennant's 10th Doctor was not gay.
Under Russell T. Davies, his Doctors weren't exactly the straightest men in the past. You're talking about someone who has a lightness and a joy about him. That, to me, chimes with queer energy. So you're saying that your 9th and 10th Doctor that completely rejected the advances from Captain Jack but fell in love with Rose had queer energy? Huh?
I never felt romantic love with Rose. I felt, like he felt extremely close. I never felt it was romantic. I felt it was like extremely like close, like friendship love, like extremely close. And that love can get pretty fucking strong too. I want to make that absolutely clear. I'm not saying friendship love to devalue it, but just it never felt romantic to me what he felt for Rose. I'd love if Martha came back. That'd be awesome. I'd love it if they explored her more, because I felt like she kind of got pigeonholed in just the companion that loved the Doctor. I wish they explored her character more. I'd love it if she came back.
Maybe it was just human energy. Or maybe you're just trying to desperately plant your flags on everything. Breathing and eating food is queer energy. This marginalized person.
I'm not even sure what to say about that, because context matters, Gary. And he is literally just a dude giving his perspective. I believe Russell T Davies is gay, isn't he? I believe so. That seems familiar. And he's kind of just giving his perspective. I mean, X-Men 97 just finished. And one of the things I'll definitely be going over at some point in the future is how the Chuds blew up when Bo DeMaio came out and said that his experiences as a gay man will be informing the series. And they were just like, oh my God, X-Men 97 is going to be gay as fuck. It's going to be super woke. And then come to find out that what he was talking about was the Genosha massacre, and how he when he wrote that, he was thinking about the Pulse nightclub and how the Pulse nightclub was this wonderful, fun place where he could be himself and feel safe, and how the shooting just destroyed that for him, and he used that as like his inspiration for that Genosha massacre. So his experience as a gay man made one of arguably definitely the best episode of The Run so far, but arguably one of the best half hours of TV ever, in my opinion. So way to take something that is absolutely true and genuine and completely misconstrue it. So yes, so the exact same thing will probably happen with Doctor Who. Hell, it probably already did happen with Doctor Who. Russell T Davies is returning showrunner. He was a showrunner back when it first rebooted, for fuck's sake.
And who's sitting here pictured at the BAFTA Awards, who was invited to parties you and I will never be invited to, and the toast of the town of London is talking about how marginalized he is. Dude, I'm not saying life is...
Okay, what does that have to do with the fucking show, Gary? What the hell? Like, if you want to do a video about how a London elites are disconnected, sure, I would probably even fucking agree with you. That has nothing to do with Doctor Who, buddy.
Is fair, but this ain't the 60s. While the very marginalized Ncuti Gatwa...
Dude, racism still fucking exists. Don't pretend like racism doesn't exist, because it clearly does. I'm watching some of it right now, Gary. You produce a lot of it on YouTube.
While was giving his interview with Attitude Magazine, he said this: Ncuti talked of his battle for acceptance, which is honestly a battle you have in here. There's so much white...
No. Oh, yeah, this is his quote that's based as fuck. We covered this. This was a based as fuck quote that Ncuti Gatwa said. There's so much white mediocrity that gets celebrated, and black people have to be absolutely flawless to get half of that anyway. So I'm slowly training that myself out of that and being like, no shit, you deserve love for just existing. What do you disagree with, Gary? Because that's just him quoting facts. And I want to point out, I wasn't actually a huge fan of the story of the Christmas special, but I thought Ncuti Gatwa fucking did a great job. I'm excited to see his first couple episodes. And overall, a lot of the fans are saying he's doing a great job as the Doctor. And you guys are fucking attacking him, even though apparently he's doing a great job. Kind of proving his fucking point right here.
Mediocrity that gets celebrated, and black people, we have to be absolutely flawless to get half of that anyway. So I'm slowly training myself out of that and being like, no shit, you deserve love for existing. Believe me, Doctor Who fans and Star Trek fans, Star Wars fans, Marvel.
I mean, he's saying that in a weird tone of voice, but that there's nothing, like, he didn't even debunk that quote. Like, he's moving on to, we'll see, maybe this is a lead up to a debunking, because he's bringing up a whole bunch of franchises for some reason right now. Aren't even part of the conversation.
Deserve love for existing. Believe me, Doctor Who fans and Star Trek fans, Star Wars fans, Marvel fans, DC fans, and just fans would rejoice at mediocrity at this point. It couldn't get...
But he's doing a really good job, Gary. Apparently he's doing, like, I thought he did a great job in the Christmas special. Fans are saying he's doing a great job. You haven't even critiqued it. Dude, you realize this whole video hasn't even been him talking about his performance or how the Christmas special was. This is just him talking about quotes from the actor and cherry picking viewership numbers that are misleading. This is ridiculous. This isn't even a video. Like, what are you even fucking talking about? We're 9 minutes in. What is your fucking thesis statement? Doctor Who is dead because I cherry picked some numbers? The fuck, Gary? Pure outrage bait. Pure and simple.
Worse than that, oh, it does. Because, as most of you know by now, a show about, say, a mysterious time-traveling madman in a box just can't be a show anymore. It has to be a platform for
the message.
Copying the Critical Drinker's greatest hits, Gary. How fucking original, buddy. My God. And I would still love Critical Drinker, and now you, Gary. Explain it very simply for me. What is wrong with any of the stuff on here? Diversity, equality, couple kids under the rainbow, the elderly, puzzle pieces, rights, social justice. What is wrong with any of this stuff, Gary? You call it the message and present it like a boogeyman, but you never give an example of how any of this is actually bad. So I don't know. Maybe tell us how this is somehow evil or bad. This suggestion.
According to Variety, Russell T. Davies didn't set out to be revolutionary in casting the next Doctor.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Oh, no, he didn't set out to be fucking revolutionary, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if he wanted to do the Black Doctor, which, that's not an uncommon thing. So, like, Star Trek, which is all about diversity and inclusion. Obviously, they did Picard, they did Kirk, White Captain. Then they followed it up like 20 years later with Picard and our White Captain. And then they did a Deep Space Nine, the best series in the franchise, by the way. They followed it up with a Black Captain. And then they followed that up with Voyager, a woman captain. And then they go back to a White Captain. But obviously, they're going for, okay, we want a Black Captain, we want a woman captain, because they're doing diversity and inclusion. And guess what? Like, they cast Avery Brooks and fucking Kate Mulgrew. Two amazing actors in those roles who did really fucking good jobs, especially Avery Brooks. I think it's a shame we haven't seen Avery Brooks in more stuff. He was in like American History X, and I wish we see more of Avery Brooks. He's brilliant in my opinion. But the fact is, if they didn't do that, there's a good chance just white guys would have gotten those roles. So they had to specifically say, we want a black guy in this role, we want a woman in this role, and they gave it to great actor and actress, and they got the roles. And Deep Space Nine is my favorite Star Trek series of all time, potentially my favorite series of all time. Fucking brilliant show. And then Voyager isn't as good, but it does have some banger episodes. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. Hey, if we lived in a 100% equal and fair world where everybody had an equal shot at everything and you didn't have to do that shit, fucking great. We don't live in that world though, Gary. We have to do the best we can in the world we live in.
That's why?
In a way, I agree with them, because in truth, he made the most compliant pick for the modern BBC and Disney. But then RTD follows it up with, these are exactly the type of barriers I like to break.
You see, what you're seeing there is him essentially dog whistling the idea that white men are being excluded from stuff. White men are losing roles. White men are suffering. White men are still vastly overrepresented in media. Russell T. Davies is the showrunner, and I don't know if you've noticed, but he's pretty fucking white. White men are doing fine in media, Gary.
So which one is it? I would like to remind people that this is the guy who created the show Queer as Folk for the BBC back in 1999.
Boys are out tonight, huh?
Listen,
You were just praising him for being the dude who was in charge of the reboot of Doctor Who. So are you praising him or trashing him? Because Queer as Folk is going to be a very different show than Doctor Who. And you want to bash it because a show called Queer as Folk will have gay men in it? Like, no fucking shit, Gary. If you don't want to see gay men, don't watch Queer as Folk. I'm just saying.
just saying that, and I may be going out on a limb here, but I don't think in the 21st century that anybody who is gay, because they are gay, has had any trouble getting a job in entertainment. RTD also.
Well, there's lots of gay actors, actually. That's what? Number one, there still can be absolutely discrimination. That being said, yeah, there's lots of gay actors. What the fuck? Like, we're stuck on this quote that Davies insisted that he didn't set out to be revolutionary, and then your argument is he casted a gay black man? And then that was difficult, but like Russell T Davies is literally saying he didn't intend for it to be revolutionary. So you're debunking a statement that Russell T Davies didn't even say? My God, Gary, you're doing backflips at this point. The fuck is this, man?
Also says it's very hard for anyone to stop me from doing these things, he continues. You'd have to be a pretty brave executive to go there with me. Now, Variety has been spamming these quotes all over X Twitter, and they are gaslighting, and we will get to that, but there's one
I refuse to call it X.
They left off. As it concerns Doctor Who as a delivery mechanism for the message. Now watch how they frame.
So lots of science fiction is designed to explore societal problems. It's essentially designed to address societal problems and just put a sci-fi coating over it. That's the purpose of sci-fi pretty exclusively, with very little exception. Kind of the purpose of fantasy as well. If you haven't noticed that, then you're not paying attention.
Then there's the criticism that Doctor Who is a show that appeals to children and that a queer actor playing the Doctor will reach more kids than ever with its new home on D+. Again, to state the obvious, no one cares what
Okay, cool.
An adult pretender does in their private time as long as it's legal. But parents specifically might care what
Parents might be offended that their children see a gay actor. We're not talking about like watching gay sex or something, just a gay actor. Parents are supposed to protect their children from even encountering gay people? I mean, what is your argument here, Gary? Because it seems kind of fucking bigoted, frankly.
that actor is trying to tell them within the show. Back to the article, which is a disturbing idea.
I mean, did they even real quick? What is your point? What was your point there, Gary? That kids aren't allowed to be around gay people? What the fuck?
As long as it's legal, but parents specifically might care what that actor is trying to tell them within the show. Back to the article.
What might? Number one, I don't even think it's canon that his doctor is gay. But even if it is, so what? Like, I don't think they're going to do a sex scene in Doctor Who, Gary. I don't think that's going to be a thing, even if the character is gay. These are big ifs, but like, what? Is he concerned that somehow the children will figure out that the actor is gay and learn that gay people exist and that's okay? This is just some dog whistly shit. And I want to stress again, Gary is just doing this to get money from bigots. That's it. Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris is in a lot of family-friendly stuff. Like,
which is a disturbing.
I mean, it's also worth knowing. He was correct when he's bringing up the actors are disproportionately gay. It's not the majority of them are gay, but like more than average, more than you'd normally run, more than average you'd run into. And the average, I mean, in our society, what is the percentage of people who are gay? I don't know. I know a fair number of gay people in my life. It's definitely not the majority of people I know, but like, I definitely know a few. It's something that should be treated normally. Oh yeah, and Owl House has a gay character, and that's an animated show. And my daughter watched that show, and I saw a decent chunk of it, and it was a nice show. This is dog whistly, fear mongering, outrage bait, frankly. And Gary's doing it 100% for money. He's putting negative ideas and lies and fear mongering out there just for clicks and money, guys. It's all he wants. It's all he cares about.
Idea to homophobes. Davies sees the show's wider reach as an opportunity to open people's minds. I think if you're 6
that sounds cool to me. Cool.
Years old,
frankly, I don't think a teenager is going to decide they're gay because they saw a gay doctor. I think at most, what it might do is make them realize, oh, that's an option. That might be me. But you're going to be attracted to who you're attracted to. That's it. Doesn't matter if the doctor in Doctor Who is gay to decide your sexual orientation. So weird.
Don't care. Not at all, says the childless man. Well, the parents might care and...
Gary, I have a child and I don't care. I am fine with my children knowing that gay people exist. Are you serious right now with this shit?
On the polar opposite end, Disney definitely cares. But nonetheless, as the world darkens, and I do think the world is darkening around queer rights, there is a joy and a celebration, and there's
I kind of agree with that. I mean, women just lost their rights last year with Roe versus Wade. You know what else was a Supreme Court decision that has potential to be overturned under the new Supreme Court? Gay marriage. That is under threat as well right now.
Unity. Whether you're 12 years old and just beginning to work out who you are, 62 years old and you've never been who you are, or 61 years old like I am and beginning to worry about where we are in society. Well, the good news is no kids are watching this show, and coincidentally, 62 is the average age of the modern Doctor Who viewer. This is the point where
Well, I mean, we already brought up how you lied about the viewership numbers and how they're actually doing pretty well. So are you going to cite a source on the age demographic there, or are you just going to say shit?
I need to remind you, dear viewer, that we are indeed talking about the...
Oh, okay, you dropped it. So you were just saying shit. Okay, that's fun. That's fun to just make up stuff, right? That's fun.
Formerly fun and thrilling British institution, space and time traveling show, Doctor Who. And this is where we get to talk about gaslighting, because all of this is right out of the...
Gaslighting's all you do, Gary. And we're back to Ghostbusters 2016. We've gone full fucking circle, guys. This is fucking great, because Ghostbusters 2016 is a movie that's totally relevant and didn't just bomb and just get forgotten about by the general public. But these chuds keep on bringing it up because it was some sort of cultural milestone for some fucking reason. The only milestone I can think of this movie was the fact that, like, all these chuds freaked out about it back in the day. That's it. That's it. No one else gives a fuck about this movie. It was bland and boring. Chris Hemsworth and Kate McKinnon had some funny moments. That's fucking it. Everybody else has moved on. What the cultural impact of this movie is that it kind of sucked, it kind of bombed, and then we got the closest we could possibly hope for a proper Ghostbusters sequel with Ghostbusters Afterlife. Which is totally decent. Second best Ghostbusters movie. Frozen Empire was all right too. So this movie bombed, and then the end result was we got decent Ghostbusters sequels. Works for me.
Ghostbusters 2016, Lucasfilm, and the Rings of Power playbook.
Lucasfilm and Rings of Power playbook. Yeah, you notice they're blowing up over Rings of Power season 2 already over that teaser trailer because they got to make the monies. That's all they care about. The outrage bait. Oh, they're violating the lore. They're doing this and they're doing that. Aren't you mad?
Fan baiting marketing. Get well ahead of something you absolutely.
I think, like Gabriel, like I'm not a fan of Ghostbusters 2016. It's got some funny moments. It's like it's middle of the road movie for me, and for me, like middle of the road isn't good, but like yeah, it's not the worst thing ever. It's not a fucking. It's not fucking Rebel Moon. That's for goddamn sure. There's a billion movies worse than Ghostbusters 2016, but these guys treat it like it's the worst thing ever made. It's like, yeah, it was kind of nowhere. Let's move on. And guess what? The rest of the world did move on, but the chuds are stuck on it.
Absolutely know is gonna suck, so you have a built-in excuse to shield yourself from criticism, all while getting the access media to.
Did it suck though? Because you've presented, like, I'm trying to think, what evidence have you even presented? You've presented some quotes of Ncuti Gatwa and Russell T Davies being honest and frankly kind of based. You've presented misleading viewership numbers. I went ahead and updated your numbers, Gary. So when you watch this, and by the way, Gary, when you watch this, make sure to like and subscribe, dude. Give me that thumbs up. And dude, you still haven't emailed me? You said we could talk sometime? Email me. Let's talk sometime, Gary. Anyways, yeah, so you presented no evidence other than Ncuti Gatwa and Russell T Davies are kind of based and have good points, and you've lied about viewership numbers, and that's all you've done so far, Gary. That's all your evidence for this video. This pure outrage bait bullshit video.
To write as many articles as possible, turning it into some kind of cause. And I have to ask, when has this ever worked? And aside from all the flags of many colors they're planting on this series, the biggest...
You know, you want to talk about how this series is like not doing anything for like white men, despite the fact they've actually cast like a really, really attractive companion. I'm just saying, she's fucking cute, man.
One they're raising is red, because nothing says our show is a total dumpster fire than let's attack the fans before it comes out. Ncuti Gatwa says in Variety, I feel like anyone who has a problem with someone who's not a straight white man playing this character, you're not really truly a fan of the show. To state the
Ncuti Gatwa being fucking based, Gary.
Obvious, again, that always has been and always will be a bullshit argument. What led to the...
Well, then debunk it, Gary. Let's hear you debunk it. Debunk that shit.
The fans fleeing in droves, and the ultimate death of this show is the...
Oh, we're not even gonna fucking debunk it. We're just gonna move on. Wow, you just said it's bullshit, and now you're moving on. No debunking. It sounds like Ncuti Gatwa fucking nailed it.
BBC and the showrunners crapping on Doctor Who's legacy.
I've had an upgrade. Hi.
This brings us to
cherry picking clips, always fun.
The possible racial slur from Ncuti Gatwa that I completely missed because I'm American. I asked my British friends. They didn't think much of it, and neither did I until I saw Deadline feel the need to explain it. Gatwa said that we've got to keep pushing for more. Lots and lots and lots and lots more diversity. Lots more inclusion on our screen. Lots and lots and lots of it for all you male gammons out there.
Listen! In UK slang, the term gammon refers to the color of a person's flushed face when expressing their strong opinions, as compared to the type of pork of the same name.
Well, I certainly wouldn't take it as a compliment, but he's not done. Gatwa's message to the naysayers is simple. Don't watch.
Okay, what's Urban Dictionary on gammon? I mean, it's such a very disturbing racial slur that I've never fucking heard of it before. Gammon means a person who is phony, full of shit, or basically has no idea. So Gary's a gammon. I don't think he actually. At least I don't have footage of him saying the N-word. He did brag about having his N-word card, so he's allowed to say it apparently. But yeah, so it's not a racial slur. It's, well, I guess if you consider somebody who is phony and full of shit a race, then it's a racial slur. Are chuds a race, Gary? Because if chuds are a race, then that's the first time I'm cool with being racist. I'm racist against fucking chuds.
Watch. Turn off the TV. Go and touch grass, please, for God's sake. And I think I can safely speak for most of the audience by saying your terms are acceptable.
Nerdrotic.com.
Yeah, that was the end of the video. So, Gary, this is pure outrage bait. Pure outrage bait. This is bullshit. This is Gary being completely full of shit. Remember, whenever Gary posts something, a video, or, it's fun to debunk it, don't go into his comments. Don't go reply to him, because that is all he wants. He wants the views, and he wants the engagement. Ignore it as much as possible. Like, I always watch it, but I don't like it. I don't I don't dislike it. I do not comment. I don't do anything like that. And you shouldn't do anything like that either. If you want to watch his cringe shit, you can watch it through my filter. But yeah, he completely and totally just cares about the clicks and nothing else. He will say anything for the outrage clicks. The only reason I even bother to cover this is because he has a fucking fan base who takes him seriously. And all I can say is, Nerdrotic fans, Gary is lying to you. He is feeding you bait for a false culture war that doesn't fucking exist. It is all complete bullshit, and Gary is pushing it. He's pushing it through lies, misinformation, and various other, bigotry, of course, racism, sexism. Sexism is actually his favorite, I found. But, we got plenty of homophobia and racism implied in this video. And he is pushing this outrage bait to you to get you guys enraged and mad. So you'll say crazy stuff on Twitter. You'll defend him on Twitter, which, by the way, gives him engagement. You'll defend him in his comments, which, by the way, gives him engagement. You will defend him. You'll even get so mad you'll defend him in my comments, which gives me engagement. So thank you. He's pushing this bullshit culture war narrative at you guys. I know me just saying this to you guys isn't going to break you of it, but just keep this in mind and watch. When you watch his stuff, keep in mind that he is just selling you bullshit. Always double check his sources, because 99% of the time they're bullshit. Or look at them in context, because sometimes, throughout this video, he's quoting Russell T Davies and Ncuti Gatwa. And frankly, they're just saying base shit, but he's acting like that's so fucking offensive. And it's not. They're just speaking facts. So, Gary is an outrage merchant. Do not engage with him. Ignore him as much as possible.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.